I'm of the generation that knew Mema even as a medical student. This was in the 50s when Mema was actually in its first years. At that time, it was one of very few medical conferences in Lebanon, and certainly very few in the Arab world. That's why in the first 10 or 15 years of its activity, Mema was a regional conference.
At the time, the idea of conferences for continuing medical education was a very novel idea. The importance of Mema in Lebanon was even recognized in the government. Very often, the President of the Republic used to come to the opening ceremony. But we had a chance to meet some of the biggest name in medicine when they came to the Mema. So we had a chance to see some of the most famous physicians all around the world. This is what I remember as a student.
Well, I can remember very early in the 50s when we were medical students, how much we learned from Mema. The topics that were included in the program were very, very highly teaching and up-to-date information.
Over its long and tenacious history, Mema has advanced and matured to become arguably one of the most prestigious forums for sharing science, exchanging medical knowledge, medical education, and very importantly, human interaction. And it's not difficult to list the reasons for my statement. Mema has hosted great minds, Nobel laureates, leaders in academic medicine, and great educators. The themes of Mema have been diverse, rich, and very relevant.
Now then came the war, and during the war it was natural that this would be interrupted. And what we tried to do towards the end of the war, when I was in a position of deputy president of AUB, we wanted to revitalize Mema. And we started, actually the first attempt was a totally local Mema, but it was a beginning.
Mema resumed after 13 years of no sessions. It was mainly due to the interest and enthusiasm of Dr. Salti, Dr. Karam, and Dr. Mroui at that time. And they basically brought it back and with a special new flavor at that time, where it included both the scientific aspect and a social aspect with it, where we had a gala dinner and events which did not exist before. Later on, these gala dinners and events proved to be one of the highlights of the activity itself, because they were a source of scholarship for needy medical students.
Yes, it was for us very gratifying. It coincided with the end of the war and the return of Lebanon as a center for teaching and for medical care. So for us it was a big challenge, and fortunately it was a great success to bring Mema back.
So Mema had a lot of challenges, and the spring season, which is the best time to hold Mema, unfortunately in our area is always associated with security issues. But I can say that since 1992, probably Mema was never cancelled because of security issues.
Resilience of Mema is due to the commitment of the Faculty of Medicine, basically.
I think it's the spirit at AUB. The role of AUB has always been regional, and that's why it continues to attract attendees and speakers from the region and internationally.
One of the most challenging things in Mema is to identify a theme that is attractive and interesting to all audiences. And this is an extraordinary opportunity to have the 50th anniversary of Mema with the theme that is currently present. So the theme of the Mema this year is the multidisciplinary perioperative care of the high-risk surgical patient.
The choice of the theme related to patient experience is at the core of the vision of the medical center at this stage.
I think this is going to be an exceptional Mema. I hope that everyone will put the effort to attend because it is a great, valuable educational activity, and a lot of efforts have been placed to provide this kind of educational product.
We're, of course, as an institution, very proud that this is the 50th Mema. There are always discussions about the necessity of Mema and what Mema should be. But I think Mema has proved itself, and we hope that we will see the 100th anniversary of Mema.